it secures the future of the town, the future of Barrow. It's that significant. This is an £8.4 billion investment, obviously bringing through the next generation of the nuclear deterrent. But beyond that, there's a commitment to AUKUS, which is the generation further on as well. So the future of this town, the future of the jobs here are secure. And just listening to people talking about their parents worked here, grandparents worked here, great-grandparents worked here. You know, this is incredible industrial history here in this town, and it's now secure for many, many decades to come. Well, obviously, we got the situation under close monitoring. I'm receiving regular updates. It is a very serious incident. I will make sure that Suffolk Fire and Rescue Service have all of the support, the mutual aid from other services that they need, and any other resources that need to be brought to bear. It is a serious incident, but we are watching it very closely indeed, and all of the support needed will be there. I indicated in the phone call that we had a week last Monday that I would take a pragmatic approach when it comes to the North Sea, and that is my intention as we go forward from here. There is a resource there. When people are struggling, you can't ignore that, and hence me indicating that to the President. When it comes to the wider issues around the Channel and immigration, obviously there are crossings this week, but overall, if you look at the picture in 2026 compared to last year, 2025, there is significant progress in terms of reducing the number of crossings, the number of people coming over. But there is much further to be done to get the grip on the issue that we require. The Home Secretary is applying that grip, and I'm grateful to her, but more is needed to get those numbers right down. The removals are up too, though, and this is another part of the story that people need to understand. You know, there is progress being made on all fronts, but more is needed. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cheers, bud. Am I coming here? Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, this is Maddie.
Maddie, nice to meet you. Andy, great to meet you. Hello, very nice to meet you. This looks complicated.
I'm going to ask Maddie to take over this point, if that's okay, to talk us through what we'd like to do.
What, 20? And what made you come towards this?
I was like, my parents working here, and so was my granddad, and I was like, you know what, I'd like to do something like
Practical.
that, going to college, just like
I've been talking about
We'll line that
that's the right hand, is it?
Yep.
So how far does it go in?
That goes in here and keep just push that until that lines up.
5 millimeters, yeah. Okay, that looks alright.
That looks alright. But the important part is when we're doing this.
Yeah. So this one's going all the way around.
Going all the way around.
I had a great instructor, that's why.
With that.
Yep.
Well, that bit's going to the 90,
Yeah,
is that
the
right?
zeros going to the
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but if I don't want mine to be better than the Prime Minister, I know where my threats are.
Should we check it?
It's always tempted. Yep. Oh, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe
Just a bit. Just need a bit more.
a bit more.
Go on, we think we need.
Okay.
We see right on the day where we ask specifically the contract set up and put contracts up.
That's what I was saying was trying to okay, we realise it's pretty tough to do.
To be honest, it's not that bad, is it?
Certainty. Are you all local? I'm local, yeah. And for the Defence Secretary and I, who's with me today, it's brilliant to be in Barrow and to see what is happening here. You all should be so proud of it, I'm sure you are. But Charles, your team here at BAE, they are brilliant, and you know, you can see what it means to work here to people. Britain should be grateful to Barrow because the country's security is being built out from here. And I hope you all know that and feel that when you come into work every day. What you're doing is critical to the safety of the nation. And we are grateful to you all, proud of you all. And we know that many of the people working here, you go back in terms of your families worked here before you. I think we have something like 120 years of submarine manufacturing here in Barrow. What a history that is, an incredible history back to the First World War, and families have given so much of themselves to what happens here and have built this expertise here in Barrow, and as I said, it is a huge resource for the United Kingdom in terms of our safety going forward. The Defence Secretary and I are here today to confirm, after the agreement that was reached around the Defence Investment Plan, £8.4 billion investment in the new Dreadnought class of submarine for our continuous at-sea deterrent. And that investment should give you all confidence that the country's commitment to Barrow and to everything that happens here is now secure, and we will continue to make sure that there is that long-term path here to those good jobs that will sustain this area. Good unionised jobs, and we were pleased to meet the trade unions earlier, Unite and GMB, who also are constructive partners on this site. And I was just saying as we walked up, it's almost a model of how it should be across Britain. What I've said as part of the Defence Investment Plan is that I want through it to give a commitment to all of our communities up and down the country. We do need to re-industrialise Britain and to make sure the kind of jobs we have here are available in all parts of the country. I said earlier this week that I want to change the education system so that it is balanced between technical qualifications and academic qualifications. It's not only about the university route, but it gives young people paths into places like this. And you're doing that. 22,000 apprenticeships on this site, or in and around this site, over the next 10 years. I met some of the apprentices at the college just a moment ago. It is just wonderful to walk into a classroom and to see people with those high quality opportunities at the start of their careers. So it's a fantastic thing to be with you all today as we confirm this investment in Barrow. Through number 10 North, I want to make sure we drive the regeneration benefit further out though into this area. And I know there is more that can come from this investment here in terms of building out the economy here in Barrow. I know some of you have pointed to better transport connectivity. I hear you, and we'll see if we can do something about that as well. But it's a clear message from us today is that we see what's going on here. Barrow deserves our gratitude for what you are doing, as do our submariners who are here today, who serve the country in some of the vessels that are built here. And we know
It's often a hard thing to do, to be keeping the country safe, away from home for long periods of time, undersea, and not an easy thing to do. And perhaps you sometimes feel that we don't recognise what you do, but the Defence Secretary and I are here today to say we do recognise it.